Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to our channel. This will be your Monday message, your Monday reading. All right. I hope that you guys calm down, Sag. I want you to okay, I need you to woo-saw. I need you to calm down a little bit, meditate if you need to, have some quiet time alone. All right. It feels like head is spinning, but not like it's spinning, like it's just a lot of thinking, okay? And you need to be present in the moment. All right. So maybe someone needs to hear that before we start this message. I'm going to run through with you this week and also the rest of March, what you can expect. We're going to start with a very heavy loaded message, okay? So I just pulled some cards for you, some Oracle, and I'm seeing this card on the bottom of the deck. All right, we have financial constraints. All right, so there could be a lot of anxiety around your finances in the middle of March. You have to know that where you're at right now at March is not how you're going to end March, okay? And I think this message did come out in one of your readings. I think you got like the message of the lobster, which was financial pinch. You could be in a financial pinch right now, but you are almost making what's happening in the middle of March be your outcome, and that's not the case. So let's start off with this message and see what you need to know about that. All right, financial constraints. Let me read that for you. Financial constraints, it talks about restrictions concerning your money. This card shows an old-fashioned safe with little money, but lots of cobwebs and dust. Money can be tight at this time, so rein in your spending and be circumspect about your financial requirements in your life. This is not a time of indulgence, so be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. This card is telling you to take care of your needs and bide your time. Things will get better, but for now, be willing to live more conservatively and always value the money and the good things you already have. So, this is a week where you should have gratitude to the universe, to divine about what you're able to afford yourself, the little things like the roof over your head, having food in your pantry, in your fridge, being able to have, the things to take care of yourself, like body wash, running water, toothpaste, and a toothbrush. Have gratitude for the little things so that you can call in the bigger things, okay? And your affirmation for this card, I can move through any cycle with dignity and awareness. I am open to receiving increasing wealth. Money moves to and through my life, bringing benefits to all. There's another affirmation I want to share with you. I am one with tremendous amounts of money. I am one with tremendous amounts of money. Say that to yourself throughout this day of Monday to call in the abundance that you feel like you need so that your outcome of March surpasses your anxieties and your fears, okay? You also have the first chakra. So maybe you're needing to work with your first chakra. And this is the card of Archangel Michael. So you may also need to call on Archangel Michael for your desires, your wishes at this time, what you wish for this month of March, what you're needing. Let me go ahead and read this card for you. All right. First chakra, Archangel Michael, stability and security. Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy as the first chakra, which is located at the base of the spine. This is the place where your sense of stability and security is stored. When this card is upright, it reveals that your energy is flowing freely regarding these issues. Even if you had problems with feeling secure in the past, these challenges are beginning to be resolved at this time. Archangel Michael is with you, bringing you strength and personal stability. You are capable of taking action and moving forward on your path. So allow yourself to feel increasing faith in your own power and security now and always. And your affirmation for this card is, my first chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I am strong, stable, safe, and secure. The Archangel Michael guides and supports me always. All right. Your second card here is Happy Family. Let me pull that up. Okay. Happy Family. Closeness, fun, and caring. The rainbow over this happy family portends a time of joy and celebration. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. The value that you find in a truly loving relative or friend brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you are single, finding this card in your spread could indicate a potential meeting and perhaps relationship with someone who has children from a previous marriage. This ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in this lifetime. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, anniversary, or birthday party. Enjoy. And your affirmation for happy family is, I open myself to a new, deeper experience of family. I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. All right. You also have Goddess of the Moon. One second, let me pull that up. Okay. Goddess of the Moon. You have Goddess of the Moon here. Intuition going within. This card shows an internal spirit holding the bright, reflective. Hold on, guys. Okay. This card shows an internal spirit holding the bright, reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon and the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. The Goddess of the Moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a spellbinding novel. This card could also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but this card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration that this brings. Your affirmation for Goddess of the Moon is, I have a strong intuitive voice. I freely receive guidance and I understand and trust the messages that I receive. So I feel like the universe is sending you a lot of messages about your life. You could be getting a lot of positive circumstances or outcomes or opportunities coming your way, even if you're doubting yourself at this time. And last but not least, your last card here is an anxiety. Okay, so that's what I was feeling in the beginning of your message or your reading. Lots of anxiety, lots of overthinking. Your head is spinning. You're thinking so much. Okay, confirmation that money is coming in for you if you guys heard that. But yeah, let's see. All right, we have anxiety. This is the card of worry or distress. The woman on this card is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card upright may indicate that you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding about much of the time. However, if you'll notice the scene outside the window, the storm is distant and perhaps even moving away. Whatever is going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never solve things, so trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you are far more likely to receive the solutions that you seek. Your affirmation for this card, I let go of fear and worry. I assume the best and live in peace. All is well. Okay, so it's not time for you to get your panties or your boxers in a bunch. It's really time for you to calm down. Allow the answers to come towards you. Uh, okay, another confirmation that money is coming. A lot of you guys are very, very worried about your finances, but I do feel like March is going to be a very abundant month for you. You're almost criticizing yourself maybe for your actions instead of thinking of, okay, I know I didn't like that I did that. Maybe that put me in a very tight financial pinch, but there's things I can do today to reverse that or to even secure myself nicely for the rest of the month. So, we're going to see what's going on. We're going to pull some cards, get straight into your reading, and I'll meet you there. All right, guys, let's jump into your reading. Let's see what's happening for my Sagittariuses. This will be for my Sagittariuses only, Sagittarius masculines and feminines alike, Sagittarius and Sagittarius placements. What do you need to know at this time? Give me some messages for my Saggies. What do they need to know at this time? All right. Nine of Wands, feeling very, very exhausted. All right. You're kind of like reaching your wit's end with some type of situation. You could be like feeling like you're with that straw that's about to break the camel's back. Something just feels exhausting. You're tired of something being your narrative, your circumstance. You're wanting change. And the positive thing is that you will have change. You have change coming in really quickly. You know, never underestimate how quickly your circumstances can change for the better. And I feel like that's what you've been struggling with here. You've almost been struggling with, this is my circumstance right now. I'm not feeling very abundant right now. I'm feeling very anxious. I'm a little confused. But you may not be seeing how something could change overnight for you or something could change very quickly. We have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands was your card of the week. If you've seen the community post that I posted this morning, there's a lot of momentum coming towards you. Changes are happening really quickly. If you've been feeling not abundant because you haven't been having a lot of opportunities coming your way, you're about to have back to back opportunities coming towards you that you're going to have to be very quick on your feet and take advantage of. Could be a communication coming to you very quickly after stagnation. That could be with a certain person. That could even be surrounding your career, work. Maybe you were feeling stagnant or held up because you were waiting for an email. You're waiting for a call back. You're waiting for someone to be ready to move forward, give you a papers, give you a contract, say that this is your starting day. You're receiving that this week. All right. So where you felt very stagnant, where you felt held off of some sort, maybe you felt like immovable, you're about to have major movement coming in. And again, never underestimate how quickly your circumstances can change. With that Wheel of Fortune, you have a lot of luck. Destiny and fate are working in your favor to uplift your finances, to uplift your circumstances, to take you out of doubt. There's been a lot of doubt that I feel like you're going through, and it's because it's been hard for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you're dealing with all of this stress, okay? Nine of Wands. With the Nine of Wands as well, I feel like maybe last week wasn't your best week. Maybe like even productivity wise, getting things together, trying to be organized. I do feel like I'm speaking to a Sagittarius that's been making a lot of plans about how this year will be so different than last year. You could be like, looking at your circumstances and you're like, this is who I'm going to be. This is the identity that I'm going to adopt. This is going to be my routine. This is going to be my schedule. This is how I'm going to organize myself. Okay. So I feel like, whoever I'm speaking to, you haven't really been able to make that come true just yet. But you have to also know the 1% method. So if you are 1% better than last year, then you're already on the right track. And maybe there's repetition before something becomes stuck or permanent. So having to try something again, even after falling down. All right, so that's a big message for a lot of you outside of just your routine, your daily schedule. This could also be about a project, something new that you want to birth, something that you're wanting to create. You may have to pick yourself up again after maybe failing to make a success. All right, so keep that in mind. Let's see what cards came out for you. First card we have here is the Two of Swords. So you definitely have a little bit of indecision about your next steps, the next actions to take. You may feel pulled in two different directions with this Two of Swords. There could also be a lot of outside influences about what you should do. All right, especially for my entrepreneurs or those of you who are wanting to start up some type of hustle to bring in some more income. You're telling people about your project, and then you have all these people saying, well, you should do this first, or you should go this way, or you should work with these people. And it's really hard for you to just follow your own intuition when you have all these distractions around you. So you may be needing for this week to have some quiet time to yourself. Last week seemed to be a busy week for you with a lot of celebrations and fun and family and friends. Maybe this week is to really just sit with yourself, slow down your energy, prioritize yourself, and listen to your intuition. Obviously, you had the card of the goddess of the moon. So, your intuition is trying to tell you something, but if you have so much distractions around you, it's hard to pinpoint what that is. You have the death card. You're going through a rebirth, okay? So before things really get very transformative, before you're able to grow and expand your life, you first have a lot of endings, and maybe you're dealing with a lot of tough endings. An ending of yourself, your identity, you're changing in a major way. You're going through some type of metamorphosis, and it could be very unclear. I'm almost feeling like moon energy with this. It could be very unclear on what you're needing to do. So you're going through a big transformative period. And the death card also tells us that the circumstances that you got used to, maybe of failing, right? Or just really penny pinching, paycheck to paycheck. Your life will never be the same from this moment. So death card is like whatever you dealt with in the past, you can never go back to that. You're rewriting your future, and you're going to be moving forward in a new circumstance, a new way, a new attitude, and you're never to open up that past cycle again. Okay, so really positive things are happening for you, but it could feel very heavy. We do have the Five of Pentacles. This is a card of penny pinching. This is a card that tells us that right now, yes, your finances may not be what you're wanting or what you're expecting. You're counting your change. You're feeling a little defeated by that, okay? Five of Pentacles is also a card of feeling overlooked. So maybe you're trying to put yourself out there in a major way. Those of you who are starting some new project, you could have started your social media behind that, but you're not getting a lot of hits. Maybe you updated your service list and no one's buying that new big service. Maybe you put a product out there and just no one is, you're not catching a sale. And this could be very defeating when you're trying to put your best efforts out there. But again, remember, there's a big change coming and it's a lot of momentum. So those hits are coming, those emails are coming, those calls are coming. Those bookings are coming for you. If this is a career situation for you, you're about to get those hits. You're about to get those offers. So what it looks like now is not what it's going to be. But I do see that it has been very difficult for you. On top of just feeling like right now your money could be a little constrained, you also are feeling so stressed. Feels like you have a lot of responsibilities, work piling up after pile, okay? This could even be your chores, like keeping your home orderly. Maybe you fell off from that and you're feeling very disorganized in some way. There's always so much to do and so little time. 24 hours in a day is not enough time for you to be able to handle what you are trying to handle. And you may feel like, your control is slipping from you. But again, I feel like this is very temporary and this is not to be your narrative for this year nor this month. This month, we're only in the middle of this month. So much can happen before the end of this month. And that's something that you have to have faith about, okay? Ten of Wands also lets me know that this is a big season for you to prioritize yourself and no one else. So a lot of these responsibilities with the Ten of Wands are not even your responsibilities. Okay, it has some of these things that you're handling all on your own have nothing to do with Sag. And it's really time for you to set those boundaries so that you can separate other people's mess that's bleeding into your life versus your own mess that you know you can handle on your own. It's really time for you to set some boundaries here with people who may be asking too much of you and defeating you. Last card you have here is the Page of Swords. You're about to get good news through word of mouth, okay? So make sure that you're keeping your ears open. Someone's about to give you some very valuable information that you can use to up your circumstances, and we're going to see what that's about. Also, behind the scenes, you don't even look like what you've been through. You know, you may be an anxious mess right now, but people are saying really positive things about you behind the scenes with this Page of Swords, and we're going to cover that as well. So let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Swords. Having to make a decision. You don't want to sit on this decision because if you don't make a decision for yourself, the universe will make it for you. And they could be making it for your highest good, but you won't feel prepared and you may feel disconnected from that decision. So it's definitely going to be important for you to clear out the distractions, clear out, the people who are in your ear and make your stance. Okay. You're having to make your stance about something here. What's the Two of Swords? I feel like this is about you knowing that you're bigger than your program. Okay, the Death card. You're changing in a major way, and it's about, do I accept this change or do I stay stuck where I'm at? And I think you know the answer to that, right? So tell me about the Two of Swords. Something is changing so much about your identity, who you are, even your responsibilities, right? But you're gaining more freedom. So you're having to say yes to something, that feels very uncomfortable to say yes to, or doing something outside of your normal routine. What's the Two of Swords for my Sagittariuses? Tell me about the Two of Swords. Eight of Wands. All right, so this feels like unexpected news. Like you didn't expect anything exciting or adventurous to come your way, especially not this week, but it is coming in really fast. This is fast communication. This also may require immediate action. So it's like getting a job offer all of a sudden. You kind of gave up on looking for jobs, and this is a really good one. And they're asking you, hey, interview Wednesday. And it's like, oh my God, like I kind of got down on myself. I didn't think this was coming. Yes, I want that. I want to go for it. This could be a collaboration coming towards you. This could be something about you relocating, moving. There's something coming in really fast and you're going to have to jump on it really quickly. And you may feel indecisive at first, as if like, I'm going through so much. Is this really the right timing? Okay. But you can only be able to drop the load or the burden by saying yes to whatever this is. So there's communication coming in. It's something that's going to please you. It's also something that's going to make you feel more confident in the end. So definitely a yes to whatever this is. Also, stomach area, Sag, Sag energy is the energy of Jupiter, which is expansion. So what you see with a lot of Saggies, that they can be very active people, but sometimes in certain seasons of their life, they tend to expand from eating, okay? And so I feel like with those two cards, there's something about your waist area. Your waist area could be very snatched in this season. Okay, so if that's been a desire of yours or something you've been manifesting, it's actually happening. Even for my masculines watching, I feel like very tight, toned stomach area. Okay, so if that's something that you've been wanting, you're going to start to see that. And that could be a part of your new identity, someone who's really fit, versus in the past, maybe you were in that Jupiter energy of overindulgence. Okay. All right, tell me more about this Two of Swords for Sagittarius. King of Pentacles. This has something to do with your career. This is a very big, fast coming move to you that's going to up your stability, your status, and your security. It's going to up your finances. It's going to up your reputation. You're going to be known for something in a very positive way. It brings in a lot of abundance to your door. It unlocks a new reality. Okay, so you've been having this big picture of yourself or your life, and it's almost like the Three of Wands energy, like you want to expand and grow your life in a tremendous way. And that's happening through a decision that you're going to be making. So this is a good time to bet on yourself and say yes to whatever this opportunity is that's coming towards you. This is going to fast track your transformation. You're almost being pushed off the cliff into your new identity, your new reality. And it's supposed to be a very positive one. This could be like someone's telling you like, hey, you need to go on this trip for your career. We need to, this is an interview, but it's in another state. Can you come see us in person? You may be in this energy of like, I don't even have money right now. Like if I spend money on this ticket to go and see about this interview, I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat. Okay. But it's almost like taking a risk, like fool energy. You need to take that trip. Even if you get the cheapest ticket on the plane, even if they pack you in the undercarriage, you need to go, okay? Because this is going to shift your reality in a major, major way. So even if you don't know how you're going to do it, you need to say yes. Because when you say yes, you open the gates of the universe to help you and meet you halfway. Who knows? Maybe, a family member, because you have happy family here. You could have a family member or a friend who buys that ticket for you just because you said yes. If you said no, you would never know. All right. So that's just an example. Tell me about the death card here for Sag. You don't know how you're going to do something, but you need to say yes to open up the floodgates of abundance, how the universe will meet you halfway, how they will fund your passage to this opportunity. Tell me about the death card for Sagittarius. The Lovers is a choice. You're making a choice for your highest good to align with this new identity that you're becoming. All right. And it's been a long time coming, Sag. It's been a long time coming, but you definitely have something here to accept and to celebrate. All right. So this is an offer of love or a choice of love. You're doing this because you love yourself. You want to be happy. You want to move forward. You're taking a chance on yourself out of love, and it's going to land very nicely for you. Tell me about the Death. Things will never be the same for you. That's something that you should be excited about. Things will never be how they used to be. The Fool. Okay, we just talked about that Fool. Taking a chance on yourself. Not being afraid. Falling off on the deep end and seeing where you land. It's a very positive energy. The Fool talks about a new identity, a new beginning. You're starting a new course. This tough cycle is coming to an end, and you're birthing a very new, prosperous, abundant cycle where you will adopt the energy of the King of Pentacles. All right. So this is a good time to bet on yourself. Even if you don't have all the answers, go for it. You have the Five of Pentacles here. Too much concern on what you don't have versus what you do. All right. So that's something that we need to work on, our mindset this week. Gratitude. It's a time to have gratitude for what you do have. Your problems today won't be your problems tomorrow. So let's stop thinking about them. Okay. What's the Five of Pentacles for my Saggies? Four of Swords. Lots of reflecting, okay? Which lets me know that you're really ready to hold bigger amounts of wealth because you've done the work, right? So even if you're in this time of March, maybe you said to yourself, I hate being broke. I hate not having a lot of money. I hate penny pinching. I hate living paycheck to paycheck. You are reflecting about that. You have that sentiment that I do not like this. Therefore, I will not do this again. So it does let me know that whoever I'm speaking to, you are really ready. You're in the mindset logically to hold greater amounts of wealth. And because you are ready and you acknowledge that of what, you will do better, then I feel like the universe is going to grant that to you. one thing about people, like rich people, wealthy people, abundant people, right? They get to a point in life where they'll never be broke again because they know the skills that it takes to make money. Okay. Say you're launching a new project and you end up making 4,000 in a month because you know the skills that it takes to reach certain people, your audience, you know, to make this product or whatever the service is, and you know if I sell okay, so you're making 4,000, right? um if I sell 40 of these products, these services for $100 each, I know that guaranteed every month, if I put myself out there, I'm going to make that 4K. So there's some type of skill set because I've seen the Eight of Pentacles. There's something that you do extremely well. You need to recreate that or redo it. There's some way that you know that you can get the results that you want financially. If as long as you keep the pace of doing that and you don't falter, you know, there might be one month where someone really puts themselves out there. They're hustling hard and they get that 4K. But maybe that second month, it wasn't that they're less abundant, it's because they did not recreate those skills that pay the bills. So they stopped showing themselves, they stopped advertising, they stopped speaking about their services, and therefore they got the outcome that they made less. So there's something that you already do that you know is abundant, that is foolproof, that all you need to do is repeat that. Repetition, okay? And that's how the wealthy stay wealthy, because they know the skills that they have learned over time that have made them rich, and they know to keep up that system. All right. So that's something that you're thinking about. You're like, man, you know, maybe this month I was a little slow to act. Maybe this month I let fear or doubt get in the way of my possibilities, my capabilities. That's where I went wrong. And because you have that acknowledgement, you're not in denial. That's why I know that God is going to allow you to hold more abundance. All right. So it's not even a thing of, okay, next month I'm going to make 4K. It's a thing of now the universe allows you to hold 10K because they know that you know where you went wrong, and they know that you will do what's needed to not repeat that again. Okay. See what else is here. King of Wands. Through reflection is how you're going to activate yourself again. Okay. So never underestimate the power of reflecting. A lot of people have a hard time sitting with themselves and taking accountability for their wrongdoings. I feel like you have surpassed that. That's not you. You hold yourself accountable. You hold yourself responsible. And because of that, you're going to feel very motivated to go out there and make it. You know, whatever this opportunity that's coming towards you, you're going to put your suit on, your suit and tie, and you're going to make it happen. And because of that, I know that whatever you're dealing with financially right now in the middle of March will not be your outcome. King of Wands. You actually are moving into the Nine of Pentacles. So you're moving into a much more luxurious lifestyle. You're moving into abundance. And what's feeding that abundance, that prosperity, those better finances is your wisdom and your growth. Okay, so even if you made some mistakes, you have the wisdom to know to not repeat those mistakes, or you accept your wrongdoings. You don't dismiss them. You're not delusional about it. You're not feeding into self-delusion, okay? And if you have that head on your shoulders, if I'm speaking to someone who has already been reflecting and you know where you went wrong this month, you can pinpoint where you went wrong, you already are 10 steps ahead of someone else who just may just sit in their shit and just feel sorry for themselves, okay? 10 of Wands, consolidation will help you to master your magic. I talked about this in another reading, all right? Consolidation, focusing on one thing. You can't focus on too many things at once. A lot of these things that you're holding on to are not even your things. So it's time to return things that are not yours back to the people who are the owners. You know, you could have family, friends, people at work pushing out their responsibilities on you. It's time for you to really speak up and say, hey, in this current season, I'm prioritizing myself. I have things that I want to accomplish, and I know that I really have to be a little selfish to do that. All right. So what you're feeling right now, the burden, the weight, the heaviness, the stress, I feel like it's not even from you. It could be from a culmination of others. And it's really time for you to set some boundaries, set some standards, some principles about what you will deal with and what you won't. And sometimes there's no room for other people's shit, period. Okay? You're also ascending here, right? With the 10 of Wands, you're ascending, you're going on to your next checkpoint, your next reality. You can't carry all this stuff with you. Sometimes when we have too much shit, the universe is like, where can I drop off your new shit? Okay? So since we want that new shit, we got to let go of some of these boxes. Think about the 10 of Wands. A really good time as well in your home to declutter your home, organize your home. An organized space is a healthy mind, okay? And also a great time for you to donate things that are no longer of your need or use. So a good time to donate. Think about the 10 of Wands. All right, Ace of Pentacles. You have an opportunity of more finances, more stability, job or career growth that's coming towards you, something permanent. You're receiving a seed that will grow exponentially. And I see this is how you're going to become the King of Pentacles. You have something to celebrate here, an offer that you're going to accept out of love, something very positive. It's time for you to make space for that opportunity this week. Do not procrastinate. Do not wait. Time for you to make space for whatever that is, whether it's an abundant relationship, someone that you're going to be a power couple with, or if it's like a new job, career growth, if it's you launching a business, you need to create space for that. Okay. Empress, this will be a very abundant time where you're birthing something new. You also will have Midas touch energy. So whatever you touch will turn to gold if you take it seriously enough. Whatever you nurture at this time will grow. If you have not been nurturing yourself, if you haven't been taking good care of your health, if you haven't been eating right, if you haven't been sleeping, at night, once you start to nurture your inside, you will start to see your environment change. Okay, so that's a big thing with the Empress here. Most definitely. Definitely something is coming towards you because you're abundant, but you have to keep up the practices of abundance, whatever that means for you in your life at this time. All right. I do see competition with whatever is coming towards you, but I see that you're the standout knockout. Okay. So please do not be afraid of competition, of what other people's prices are, what other people are doing, who else is going for the job. You just need to practice or just focus on what makes you stand out and do that. Show up. This is not a time to hide. Okay. Definitely a time for you to be visible. I seen the Sun card and show up. Also, don't give up with the 7 of Wands. Prove yourself. If you're not proving yourself to anyone else, prove yourself to yourself, okay? Show that you can do this for you. And last but not least, we have the Page of Swords. So, people are saying really positive things about you behind your back, which is really good because word travels. And then you also have word traveling. Someone could be telling you some very valuable information this week. Tell me about the Page of Swords for my Saggies. 2 of Cups. Someone who is a soulmate is going to put in a good word for you. Or this could be someone who's giving you some very valuable information that's going to help you. Definitely soulmate energy, a team player, okay? Someone who's going to be your rock in this lifetime. Could be a lover, could be a friend, could be a family member, especially with the happy family energy, okay? Someone who has your best interests. Could even be a business partnership that you're taking on, a collaboration. All right, what's going on with the 2 of Cups, Page of Swords? Someone is currently saying really good things about you. Let's see, what's going on here? The Wheel of Fortune, okay. There's a circumstance that's changing for the better. It's like 2 people are being highlighted here. So not only are you getting really great blessings and great luck coming your way, you also have for this person, this counterpart that's going to be very significant in your journey. They have really big things happening for them as well. There's this energy of like when you're in the right connections, God blesses the both of you. So when you're in the right relationships, your money expands with that person. Or you guys get really great opportunities. And the same thing for friendships and families. So there's someone very significant here. Let me see if I can pinpoint who this is. Something's about to take a turn for the better for both of you. Even if you just met someone new, but you're feeling a really close bond to them, a very strong spiritual bond to them, both of you could be getting like a windfall of money or just abundance. You know, maybe this person's going to be promoted soon. Maybe you're launching something and that's going to go well. You guys could be in collaboration towards something. But I do see your lifestyles both increasing in magnitude. Tell me more about this energy, this Two of Cups energy. Temperance, okay? This is definitely someone who there's a lot of patience that you guys have with each other. So, you know, even if you're stressed out, this is not someone that you're going to lash out on because they bring you a lot of peace. They bring you a lot of stillness. Coming around them could be very calming, okay? This is someone who is currently pouring into your cup, restoring you, rejuvenating you, or this is what's going to happen as you are meeting this person or getting acquainted to them now. All right, so temperance is a very, very positive energy for this person, showing that you guys have great synergy. You guys are a dynamic duo. They bring you a lot of peace. They don't bring drama, and they pour into you. They rejuvenate you in a major way. There's something very outstanding about how you and this person's lives are going to change together. Two of Cups again on the bottom of the deck. All right, Sag, I'm going to leave it there. I am going to take this to an extended. I want to talk more about this Two of Cups energy, this person who's in your corner, this person who is putting in a good word for you, how you guys can expect a lot of changes with this person, maybe even a fated meeting. Maybe you haven't met this person yet, but with the Wheel of Fortune, there could be a fated meeting between you and this person that's going to unfold. And if you want to know all about that, this person, their personality, their traits, maybe their zodiac sign, what they're bringing into your life, what you can expect with them, your dynamic, what you guys will achieve together, then definitely follow me to the extended. The link will be in the description box down below and also in the comment section down below. With that being said, I love you guys so much. Please like the video before you go. It does help my channel out a lot. Comment if you have something to say. If this resonates and you have something that you want to share, please comment down below. I read all of your comments. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on your next Sagittarius reading coming out soon. I love you, Sag, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Bye.